I think yesterday we discussed about one of the topic, very important topic in structure of atom. That one is Bohr's atomic theory and hydrogen spectrum we discussed, and certain limitations of Bohr's atomic theory and Sommerfeld atomic theory we discussed in yesterday session. Actually, in yesterday session we discussed those. Then further after that, we already also we discussed that quantum mechanical model. Quantum mechanical model, electron revolve around the nucleus in three-dimensional manner, and also the probability of finding electron. It was proposed by Schrodinger. Actually, we discussed those important points also. So next, today I want to start with very intentional aspect, orbital. What it is, orbital. First, you should learn definition of orbital. So, orbital means probability of finding an electron. Probability of finding an electron around the nucleus. Probability of finding an electron around the nucleus is nothing but orbital. So, yesterday I told you guys, so electron cannot still at one position. It never stopped. So it always revolve around the nucleus. Different scientists said differently. Rutherford, Bohr said electron revolve around the nucleus in circular path, and Sommerfeld discussed. Sommerfeld told that in elliptical orbit it will revolve. After that, de Broglie said that it revolve like a wave. Quantum mechanics, Schrodinger said that it revolve in three-dimensional manner. Okay, so but it is not stopped at one position. It revolved with high velocity. So why we cannot find exact position of electron around the nucleus. We can find probability of electron. So by taking dots around the nucleus, we can find probability of electron. S is there, electron, S is there, S is there, S is there. Like that way, we can find the probability of electron. Just okay. So the probability of finding electron around the nucleus is called orbital. So simple definition: probability of finding an electron around the nucleus is called orbital. Actually, so how much probability? I told you yesterday that one is 95%. I told you. Okay, guys. Now that is the definition of orbital. Number of orbitals are there. Number of orbitals are there. But actually, we know 4 orbitals: s orbital, p orbital, d orbital, f orbital. So j orbitals, remaining number of orbitals are there. But we know s, p, d, f. In that, we just discussed structure of s, p, d only. F structure was not discovered yet. So its structure not discovered yet. That's why we don't want to discuss about that. So I want to take s orbital. First one, just introduction. It is s orbital. What is the shape of s orbital? Well known. S orbital having a spherical shape, a circle shape. Okay. So s orbital having a spherical shape. So it is distributed in all directions. X, Y, Z. It is equally distributed in all directions. Okay. So s orbital having a spherical shape, it is equally distributed in all directions. And also s orbital can accommodate. It can accommodate how many electrons, guys? It can accommodate only 2 electrons. S orbital can accommodate 2 electrons. So s orbital is only one. S orbital is only one. The shape of s orbital is spherical. Electrons in the s orbital is equally distributed. So by it having spherical shape, it can accommodate 2 electrons. Well known. Next, p orbital. Further information of s orbital we will discuss in this class in another question. Okay, so p orbital. So p orbital, the shape of p orbital is what? The shape of p orbital is a dumbbell actually. So dumbbell, well known, you already seen the dumbbell. Okay, so which is used for exercise. Morning, early morning exercise ki chestar dumbbell ఆ shape లో ఉంటుంది. Then so p orbitals are 3, s orbital is 1, p orbitals are 3. So they are, so how to take axis like this. So now lobe, I mean it is a p orbital having dumbbell shape. Dumbbell is like that, it is called lobe. It is called lobe. Okay, so now the, I mean maximum electron density, if maximum electron density of p orbital lie in x direction, that means if the probability of finding electron is like this, the probability of finding electron in x direction is only, and it gives a dumbbell shape, that one is nothing but px orbital. Px orbital. So already I told you that probability just electron revolve around the nucleus. In that revolving process, it produces dumbbell shape, and which is lying in x direction. That is nothing but px orbital. Okay, guys. Then, if it like lobes are like on a y direction, though that orbital is called py orbital. Then, if it lie, these lobes lie in z direction. In z direction, those orbitals are called pz orbitals. Pz orbital, not orbitals. So p orbitals are 3 actually. They are px, py, pz. Okay, so if electron density lie on x direction with the shape of dumbbell, that orbital is px. Like that, in the direction of y, that one is py orbital. Like that, if it is density in z direction, that one is called pz orbital actually. So now the important point is here. How there I just added a point there. There, in that point, electron density is 0. So that point electron density is 0. At which point electron density is 0. At which point electron density is 0. That one is called node. What it is? Node. What is mean by node, guys? At which point, at which axis, the probability of finding electron density is 0. That axis is called nodal axis. The point is called nodal point. Okay. So what is mean by node? The probability of finding an electron is 0. That is nothing but a node. If it is axis, that one is called nodal axis. For example, if you take px orbital, there is no electron density in y direction and z direction. That means what are nodal points for px orbital? Y direction and z direction. For example, how to take py orbital, electron density like in y orbital, I mean y axis. Then x and z axis are have no any electron density. That's why x and z axis both are nodal axis for py orbital. For example, if you take pz orbital, x and y axis both are nodal axis for pz orbital. What is mean by node? Node, at which point, at which axis probability of finding an electron is 0. That one is called node. Now p orbital having what shape? Dumbbell shape actually. So p orbitals are 3, px, py, pz. P orbital can accommodate 6 electrons because each orbital can accommodate 2 electrons, but total how many orbitals are there? 3 orbitals are there. That's why totally p orbital can accommodate 6 electrons. Okay, what is mean by orbital? What is the definition of orbital? What is the definition of orbital? The maximum probability of finding an electron around the nucleus is called orbital. Orbitals are number of types are there. Particularly, they are S, P, D, F, Z, H, like those orbitals are there. Now the s orbital having a spherical shape. So in s orbital, electron density is electron density equally distributed in all axes. That's why it having a spherical shape. It is only one orbital. It can accommodate two electrons. P orbitals are three. Each p orbital having dumbbell shape. So these orbitals are three. That's why these p orbitals can accommodate. These p orbitals are px, py, pz. So electron density lie on x direction with the shape of dumbbell. That orbital is called px. Electron density lie on y axis with the shape of dumbbell. That orbital is called py. If electron density lie on z axis with the shape of dumbbell, that one is called pz orbital. So at which axis, at which point probability of finding an electron is 0. That axis, that point is nothing but a node. So for px orbital, y and z axis are nodes. For py orbital, x and z axis are nodes. For pz orbital, x and y axis are nodes. Okay, guys. Then I want to move to the last orbital. I mean, f orbital I don't want to discuss. We have no any specific shape. All right. The scientists just imagine the shape of f orbital that not actually produced, that not actually published. Okay, so then d orbital I want to take. D orbital. These are five. These are five actually. They are D xy, D yz, D zx, D x square y square, D z square. D orbitals are five. What are those guys? D xy, D yz, D zx, D x square y square, D z square. These are five d orbitals. How to remember? So how many orbitals are there? Five. That's why these five orbitals can accommodate how many electrons, guys? 10 electrons. We know very well each orbital can accommodate only 2 electrons. So already well, you already learned in lower classes, each orbital can accommodate 2 electrons. Here total 5 orbitals are there. That's why d orbital can accommodate 10 electrons. Now 5d orbitals are there. Then how to take their structures? So we know the shape of p orbital is what? The shape of p orbital is what? The shape of p orbital is dumbbell having two lobes. Two lobes. But the shape of d orbital is what? A double dumbbell. What is the shape of d orbital? Double dumbbell. Means two dumbbells mix like this. Two dumbbells mix like this. And to produce a double dumbbell structure. Now I want to take dxy. Dxy means these lobes lie in between x-axis and y-axis. So these dumbbell-shaped lobes lie in between x-axis and y-axis. Dyz means lobes present in between y-axis and z-axis. I want to take this one as y-axis, this one as z-axis. We know that wherever we can take. Okay, so then Next, ZX orbital. Now lobes lie in between Z and X and Z axis or Z and X axis. Now, here these, if you see these three orbitals have to see. Now these look like all are same, but their orientation is different. Means one of the orbital lie in between XY, one of the lie in between YZ, one of the lie in between XZ. Okay, but look like all are similar because of these all orbitals lie in between the axis. All orbitals lie in between the axis. You can see here, these orbital lie in between the axis. Here also in between, here also in between axis. So why these three orbitals having same nature? These three orbitals having same properties. That's why these three orbitals considered as a triply degenerate orbitals. Triply degenerate. I mean a set with three orbitals. That's why I said here triply degenerate, having same energy. These three orbitals having same energy. Okay, so dxy, dyz, zx orbitals having same energy. So these three orbitals are considered as triply degenerate orbitals. By combination of these three orbitals is called T2Z orbitals. These three are called T2Z orbitals. Now, next we have to move to the dx square, y square. Their lobes present on the axis. Here x axis, here y axis. Now, here also lobes present on the axis. It is d z square, it is d x square, y square. Now, if you see here, in these two cases, orbitals lie on the axis. These two are called doubly degenerate orbitals. Doubly degenerate orbitals, and this set is called easy orbital. In this dxy, gyz, zx orbitals, lobes lie in between the axis, and these three having same amounts of energy. So these three orbitals are triply degenerated. Triply degenerate. So it is called T2Z orbitals. Now these two orbitals, in case these two orbitals lobes present on the axis, so these are called doubly degenerate orbitals, and these orbitals are called EG orbitals. G Jared, it is covered in higher education. It is a phenomenon of one chapter. It is actually how T is triply, Y2 is occurred, YZ is occurred. Certain times U we can mention. So these are covered in higher education. These are not necessary. So now here lobes present on the axis, but here very important in case of the Z square orbital. So actually shape of d orbital is double dumbbell actually, but the Z square having a different shape, peculiar shape. Peculiar means variety. One variety shape it having different shape. Okay, vichitramaina dz square different. I mean pratyekamaina. Okay, different shape dz square, and two lobes nullified as a circle. Remaining two lobes nullified as a circle, and these two lobes are also like on the z axis actually. Okay, these are 5 d orbitals. What are the orbitals? The orbitals are 5, so they can accommodate 10 electrons. Those orbitals, they are dxy, dyz, zx, x square, y square, and dz square. Now, after drawing the structures of d orbitals, there are one more questions. Okay, so after drawing structures of d orbital, now dxy, yz, zx having look like same shape and lobes present in between the axis. That's why these three orbitals are having same amounts of energy. So why these are called triply degenerate orbitals. It is represented as T2Z. Then in case of dx square, y square, and dz square orbitals, lobes present on the axis, and these two are having a same amount of energy, and these orbitals are doubly degenerate orbitals, and they are represented as easy. Okay, guys, next F orbital. So some of scientists told that F orbital having quadruple dumbbell structure. p orbital is a single dumbbell, I mean double dumbbell. As p orbital is a dumbbell, d orbital double dumbbell, f orbital is quadruple dumbbell. Have to add another 4 loops. Where you can add another 4 loops. Behind the board, you can add, or behind the board, you can add. So how you can represent on the board. But some of scientists proposed structures, but that's not accurate, correct? So why officially they are not announced. So f orbitals are, we know that f orbitals are 7. They can accommodate how many electrons? 14 electrons. You know that only about that. So we don't want any further information up to here. So what is mean by orbital? I want to revise in 5 minutes. So what is mean by orbital? The maximum probability of finding an electron around the nucleus is called orbital. How much probability? To the extent of 95% up to. So then orbitals are exactly number of types are there, but exactly there are 4 s, p, g, f. S orbital is only one, it having spherical shape. It equally distributed in all directions x, y, z. Okay, so it is only one. That's why it can accommodate only 2 electrons by. Then p orbitals are 3. They are px, py, pz. So in case of px, lobes arranged on p axis because probability of electron, probability of finding an electron is in x direction. That's why with the with like a dumbbell shape. That's why it is px. Like definitions px, py, pz. So p orbitals are 3. So why they can accommodate 6 electrons. The shape of p orbital is dumbbell. Then d orbitals are 5. dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square, y square, dz square. These are 5 orbitals. They can accommodate 10 electrons in case of dxy, yz, zx are lobes present in between the axis. These 3. So why they having same amount of energy. That's why they are called triplet degenerate orbitals and represented as T2z and dx square, y square, dz square. In case those lobes present on the axis, so why these are double degenerate orbitals indicated with EZ. In case of dx z square orbital, it having only 2 lobes. These 2 lobes present on z axis and 2 lobes are nullified as solid. Okay, what is mean by node? The point or axis where the probability of finding an electron is 0, though that one is called a node. If it is a plane, nodal plane. If it is axis, nodal axis. If it is a point, nodal point. For a p x orbital, y and z axis are nodal. Then for p y orbital, x and z are nodal. For p z orbital, y and x are nodal. For xy orbital, yz and zx are nodal. For yz orbital, xy, xz are nodal, like that. Okay. So try to remember within 2 minutes. Have to revise in your mind. I want to give you 3 minutes time. How to revise in your mind. Okay, guys. I hope you understand. So then I want to move to the next aspect. Students, how to utilize online classes. How to utilize online classes. Okay. I think I heard one thing. 10th class exam schedule was announced. Somebody told me with the 6 papers. I think I don't know actually. I don't know accurately, but somebody told me. So how they conduct, they will discuss. Not, but you don't follow that 6 paper schedule to you. Okay, your exams are different. There are 11 papers. I hope. I think. Uh, 11 papers. Hindi is only one paper. I think. So whatever it is. Then look here. Very important topic. So want to move to the I want to move to the topic, but it is quantum numbers. Such a fabulous and important aspect. It is quantum numbers. So, what are quantum numbers and why they are proposed? To explain about electron, behavior of, position, location of electron in the atom, or behavior of electron in the atom or orbit in orbital, how orbitals are arranged, how the shape of orbital, and what size. To explain those phenomena, different scientists propose different quantum numbers. In that first quantum number, already we discussed in early, already we discussed last classes. That first quantum number is principal quantum number. What it is? Principal quantum number. Second one is azimuthal quantum number. Third one is magnetic quantum number. Fourth one is spin quantum number. How to remember? Those are very important. How many quantum numbers are there? To explain about electron in the orbit, in orbital, or those are already present in the atom. So quantum numbers are 4. What are those? Principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number, magnetic quantum number, spin quantum number. So total 4. So I want to discuss one by one here. Okay. So first one is a principal quantum number. Right? Remember azimuthal quantum number, magnetic quantum number, spin quantum number. So first one is what? Principal quantum number. So now how to take that one like this. It was proposed by. So it was proposed by Niels Bohr. It was proposed by Niels Bohr. So actually well known, already we discussed Bohr's theory. Those points here also like. Okay. So this principal quantum number was proposed by Niels Bohr. It is denoted with small n. It is denoted with a small n. It is numbered as K, L, M, N, dot, 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 or 1, 2, 3, 4, dot, 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 like this. So, principal quantum number was proposed by Niels Bohr. It is denoted with n and numbered as K, L, M, N, or 1, 2, 3, 4. What is the significance of this principal quantum number? It can explain size and energy of orbit. This principal quantum number can explain size and energy of orbit. So next, n value increases, size and energy of orbit also increases. So n value increases, size and energy of orbit also increases. For example, I have to take like this. Now it is K, L, M, then after that N. So what is the size of K like this? So what is the shape of that M like this? Means n value increases, size of the orbit increases. If size of the orbit increases, also energy of orbit also increases. Now the maximum number of electrons, maximum number of electrons in the orbit is 2n square. Maximum number of electrons in the orbit is depend on 2n square. N is a orbit number. For example, if m have to take m shell, m orbit have to take. What is the number for m? 1, 2, 3. 2 into 3 square, that one is. How many electrons are there? 3 square is how much? 3 square, 33, I think. 3 square is 33, I think. Okay, guys. 3 square is how much? 3 into 3, 9. So 9 into 2, how much? 18. How many electrons are there? 18 electrons in case of third orbit. Okay. So look here. Like that, the first orbit, how many electrons are there? 1 square, 1, 2. Only 2 electrons in the first orbit. First orbit, how many are there? 2. Second, 2 square. 2 square means 4. 4 into 2, 8. Third, 18. Fourth, 16 into 2, 32. Like this. Number of electrons increases like this. Okay. So quantum numbers are 4. Quantum numbers are 4. They are principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number, magnetic quantum number, spin quantum number. Principal quantum number, it was proposed by Niels Bohr. It is denoted with N and numbered as K, L, M, N, 1, 2, 3, 4. It explains size and energy of the orbit. N value increases, size and energy of orbit also increases, and the maximum number of electrons present in the orbit is 2n square. So also angular momentum mvr equal to nh by 2 pi. It is already discussed in Bohr's theory. Those covered in principal quantum number also. Okay. So like this, you can calculate number of electrons present in the orbit. Okay. Within 1 minute, you have to remember. Next. Next one is azimuthal quantum number. Azimuthal quantum number. Azimuthal quantum number. It was proposed by, yesterday I told you, it was proposed by, yesterday I told you guys, who is he? Sommerfeld. It was proposed by Sommerfeld actually. So then it is denoted with, it is denoted with L, a small l. It is denoted with L. Azimuthal quantum number is also called angular quantum number. Subsidiary quantum number, it is also called azimuthal quantum number, is also called angular quantum number. Whatever, it is denoted with L. L values are depend on n. Look here, n, L equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, dot, 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 up to n minus 1. So, azimuthal quantum number was proposed by Sommerfeld. It was denoted with small l, and L values are depend on n. They are 0, 1, 2, 3, up to n minus 1 are there. Now, in case of principal quantum number, the significance of principal quantum number is it can explain size and energy of orbit, but this L can explain shape of orbital. Can explain shape of orbital. It can explain shape of orbital. If L equal to 0, orbital must be yes. L equal to 0, orbital must be 0. If L equal to 1, orbital is p orbital. If L equal to 2, orbital is g orbital. If L equal to 3, orbital is f orbital. If L equal to 4, orbital is g orbital. Like that happen. Okay, for example, if n equal to 4, what are L values? Look here, L values up to n minus 1. That's why up to 3. So L equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here s orbital, p orbital, d orbital, f orbital, up to f orbital. Okay, so like that, guys. So the shape of s orbital, p orbital, d orbital, f orbital already we discussed. L value for s orbital is 0. L value for p orbital equal to 1. D orbital 2. F orbital is 3. These are very important. For objective bit point of view, they may give 4 quantum numbers and we want to find what orbital it is, what electron 4s1 or 4s2 it is. We want to find like that. So it is very important. Okay, guys. Then azimuthal quantum number was discovered by Sommerfeld. It is denoted with small l. These values are 0, 1, 2, 3, dot, dot, dot. These are up to n minus 1. L can explain shape of orbital. L value, if L value equal to 0, orbital is S and shape is spherical. If L value equal to 1, orbital is P, shape is dumbbell. If L equal to 2, orbital is D, it is double dumbbell. If L equal to 3, orbital is F. Okay, guys. Principal quantum number proposed by Niels Bohr, it is proposed by Sommerfeld, that is denoted with n, it is denoted with small l, and that was explained about shape and size of, that will explain size and energy of orbit. It will explain shape of the orbital. Okay, n values are 1, 2, 3, 4 KLMN, but L values are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to n minus 1. Okay, this is about azimuthal quantum number. Another name of azimuthal quantum number is, it is angular quantum number. What it is? Angular quantum number. Next, I want to move to the magnetic quantum number. So try to remember these points also. So who are not interested to listen, please away from the classes. So don't behave like a virus. Okay. So don't behave like a coronavirus. Don't spread that immature mentality to remain persons. Don't spread that stupid mentality to others. Don't spread that idiocy to others, guys. If you are not interested, keep away from the online classes. And how to told your father, sir, have to told your father or your mother what you told. So I am nothing in this world. I cannot do anything. I can't learn anything. I am I am useless, have to say like that. So why I don't want online classes. Okay. So why your school management want to take this much of risk? Why they want to provide like this? Why they want to remit a certain amount of money to somebody other applications? Why they want to remit money to us? Okay, money to lecturers. So don't waste your data, don't waste your money, don't waste your patience of your parents, don't waste our valuable time. If you are not interested, get away from the online classes, guys. Okay, then next. It is not a movie. A movie gives just 3 hours of fun and certain amount of emotion. But a class will gives life, entire life it gives. Okay, try to remember. There is a time for jokes. Then quantum numbers. In that third one is magnetic quantum number. So it was proposed by Land. I think in your textbook they are not mentioned names of scientists. Okay. So, but here magnetic quantum number proposed by Land actually. So then it is denoted with ML. It is denoted with ML. It is denoted with ML. L value is dependent on N. ML values are dependent on L. So they are ML equal to minus L, 0 to plus L. Those are nothing but 2L plus 1 equal to 2L plus 1 values. So look here, it was proposed by Land. It is denoted with ML and they are ML equal to, they are dependent on L value, they are minus L to plus L by passing 0. Number of ML values are 2L plus 1. This ML is the number of orbitals. It is nothing but how many ML values means it is nothing but number of orbitals. It can explain orientation of orbital. What direction orbital is there? Orientation of orbital x or y or z, the xy or yz or zx. What direction orbital is present? It explain like that. So it explain what orientation of orbital. Now it was proposed by Land. It is denoted with ML and ML values are depend on L. They are minus L, 0 plus L. Total number of ML values are 2L plus 1. It can explain orientation of orbital. We know that if L equal to 0, ML equal to 0 means it is one value. 0 is a one value. Okay. Then if L equal to 1, ML value is how much? 1 into 2, 2 plus 1, 3. 3 means minus 1, 0, ML equal to minus 1, 0, plus 1. For L equal to 1, it is a orbital, p orbital. It is a s orbital. For d orbital, L equal to 2, ML equal to, if you get 2 here, we will get 2 into 2, 4 plus 1, 5. Then minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2 like this. For example, if f orbital L equal to 3, then ML equal to what? Minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3. Like that we can write. Okay, total number of ML values are dependent on 2L plus 1 formula. This indicates ML value is nothing but number of orbitals. Okay, total number of electrons is nothing but 2 into 2 orbitals. So 2 into 2L plus 1 is there nothing but number of electrons are there. For s orbital, M value is 0, ML value is 0. For p orbital, 3 orbitals are there for p. So by minus 1, 0, plus 1, whatever we can take. For d orbitals are 5, there are 5 ML orbitals. F orbitals are 7, that's why there are 7 there are 7 ml value for F orbital. Okay, so now I want to revise. Quantum numbers are 4: principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number or angular quantum number, magnetic quantum number. Principal quantum number proposed by Bohr, azimuthal quantum number proposed by Sommerfeld, magnetic quantum number proposed by Landau. First one denoted with N, next one denoted with L, last one, I mean magnetic quantum number denoted with ML. First one numbered as KLMN 1, 2, 3, 4. Second one represented as depend on N, it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to N minus 1. Third one is depend on L value, it is 2L plus 1, number of values are there. It is started from minus L, ended with plus L through 0. So first one, principal quantum number explains size and energy of orbit. Azimuthal quantum number explains shape of orbital. Magnetic quantum number can explain orientation of orbitals. So N is a orbit, L is orbital. If L equal to 0, S orbital, 1 P orbital, 2 D orbital, 3 F orbital. If L equal to 0, ML value is 1, that is 0. It means for S orbital, ML value is 0. For P orbital, minus 1, 0, plus 1, Px, Py, Pz. Like that happen. Okay, guys. Next, last quantum number, spin quantum number. How much importance of this topic is, you will know when exams takes. Okay. So next, how much time is remaining? Want to explain applications also. 9 minutes are there, whatever. Spin quantum number. It is a different name. It was proposed by, I think, Gauss-Spitz and I think, sorry, I think this name pronounced that Uhlenbeck, Gauss-Smith. So this spin quantum number was proposed by Uhlenbeck and Gauss-Smith, denoted with MS. It is denoted with MS. Next, MS. It very important. It explains spin of electron. Spin of electron. This spin quantum number can explain what a spin of electron. We know each and every orbital possess 2 electrons. In general, if it is fulfilled, it possesses 2 electrons. Means it can accommodate 2 electrons. If that like this, we can write like this. Okay, if electron revolve like clockwise, clock direction, if electron revolve around the nucleus in clock direction, S value must be plus half. If electron revolve like anti-clockwise, clockwise means if you watch your watch there, that the needle can rotate like this way. Okay, so that one is clock direction, right way. That one is plus half. If it is anti-clockwise, we can simply represent as minus half. If orbital having only 1 electron, we cannot assign that one is plus half or minus half. We can take anything, plus half or minus half. If both are there, plus half and minus half are cancelled, S will become 0. Okay, so plus and minus are cancelled, S will become 0. Both electrons are there. It is simple. Spin quantum number was proposed by Gauss-Smith and Uhlenbeck. It is denoted with MS. It explains spin of electron, and if electron rotates clockwise, then S is denoted with plus half. It is anti-clockwise, it is denoted with minus half, guys. Now I want to take applications of quantum number. So then, how we can represent quantum numbers for given electronic configuration? Look here. For example, if you want to write quantum numbers for 4p1, what it is? 4p1. What are quantum numbers? N, L, ML, MS. N is a principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number, magnetic quantum number, spin quantum number. N, that one is number. What it is? 4 orbital. L, for p orbital, L value is 1. S orbital 0, p orbital 1, d orbital 2, f orbital 3. Well known that. For p orbital is there, that's why L equal to 1. ML value means it is dependent on L. So for p orbital, 3 ML values are there. I mean 2L plus 1 how to take. That equal 2 into 1 plus 1 equal to 3. L value is how much? 1. 3 values. 3 values means minus 1, 0, plus 1. Okay, any one of the values can take. Plus 1, 0, minus 1, any one of them can take. MS, only one electron is there. You can represent plus of or minus of. Plus is a positive symbol, positive nature. So I want to represent MS equal to plus of. You can represent it. For example, if you want outermost electronic configuration of potassium, if they give, find the quantum numbers for outermost electronic configuration of potassium. Now how to take 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. They mention like this, which, for example, is it correct set of quantum number? What I mentioned in the bracket, is it correct set of quantum number? Correct set of quantum number, look here, it is 3. What is L value? L value is depend on L. It is only limit up to n minus 1. How much L value it is? 3 N value, L value is how much? 4. It is wrong. That is not correct set of quantum number. Because I told you that L value is depend on n. So how much L value it is? It is depend on n up to n minus 1. N minus 1. So that's why here n equal to 3. N minus 1 is maximum. How much you get only? Maximum you get 2. 0, 1, 2 only. You cannot get anything extra. Okay, like that it is happen. So for example, another one I want to take n equal to 4, L equal to 3, ML equal to minus 3. Sorry, minus 5, MS equal to plus of. Is it correct? It is also not correct. Why? Because if ML equal to minus 5 means it's like minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 plus another 5, 11 quantum, 11 values you will get. But if L equal to 3, how many you will get? 2L plus 1, how many? 2 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 1, 7 only you will get. You will get only 7 numbers. Okay, but minus 5 then. It is wrong. Like that, questions may happen. We want to find correct set, or they may give certain electronic configuration, how to write quantum numbers for that. So I want to give certain work for you, how to write outer quantum numbers for outermost electronic configurations of up to 20 atomic numbers. Okay guys, how to write 4 quantum numbers for outermost electronic configurations of up to 20 atomic number elements. Okay, I hope you understand today class. It is not a difficult phenomena, it is easiest phenomena actually. Okay, so how to read your textbook carefully. They may cover, may not cover all topics we discussed. We also discuss applications of the topic also. Okay, read the textbook. I want to leave from here. Okay, guys, see you in next class.
நாங்கள்